how to create a color change effect on scroll.
Through life, every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting.
Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Mishra and I love to make trends trendier than trends. And welcome to my channel Website Crafter, where I teach how to make websites like a pro. And you heard it right. I love to make trends trendier than trends. A color change is a good trend to put in your website, but I made it interactive by making the color change appear more likely on the scroll effect. I know it sounds totally weird, but it's very amazing effect I've been thinking of. So when I use scrolls, the color of a parrot, because it really relates to the vibrant colors, right? So I use that and then I will make it change the color in a beautiful spectrum, which will change from red to green, blue, and it will take a whole rotation of the U wheel. Let's get in and create this interaction. Here we've got a small portfolio of a nature photographer, as you can see, where there are some vivid parrots. At the end, I've created this nice multicolor transition. Wanna know how this is created? Let's get in and create it. Recreate it. Now in Elementor, we are going to get down to the bottom section. Well, that is not one section. There are many sections around there. Let me show you. These are actually many sections with the same image and some position fixed. Now, let me show you how I did it. I will get rid of all the sections. So start off by adding a section. Set it to min height and use V8 values. This is where everything starts. So now I'll go into the background overlay and not in the background. Why? Here's the answer. Because in background, if you put an image in the classic, you can't actually change the hue of it that we'll be using to change the color. But in background overlay, you've got all those CSS filters that we are using here. That's why I will put an image in the background overlay. It's a red parrot we've got, and I wanted to change color from red to something else on scroll smoothly and then return back to red. It's a hue change, basically. Set the opacity to 1. Then it will work just like the background, but now you can have some CSS filters. It's time to have some custom CSS that the attachment fixed is not limited to the desktop. And for the sake of showing you this, what it looks like, I'll set the height of this section on desktop back to 100 VH. But you will be able to see the fixed positioning effect. But if you want it in case for all devices, you will just use a bit of code and that's it. The code will be in the description. Now look, see, it's fixed. Set the min height back and tada! Now we just don't want this alone, we'll just duplicate it several times. The full screen of a user who is using any device would be 100 VH or 100 view height. 100% of the view height. It works sort of like that. So now we've got 5 VH for each section. So 100 divided by 5, 20. But this would work with any number you do. Just put this formula to get it on the full screen side. And we'll know how many sections you need. Limitation, you can only use this in V8. Now I will duplicate this section 20 times because that is how many sections we need according to that calculation. I'll go in the CSS filters and increase it by 18 every time because 360 divided by the 20 sections we need is 18. 360 degrees is all the way around the color wheel. The min height that we are using here will decide everything. From the minimum height it transfers to the number of sections, and from the number of sections it turns into your degrees of turning every time. Now we have our beautiful effect which can fill up the screen. But here I'll add it to be in 105, and whoever comes here can see the parrot in its normal color fully in the screen. So I just added 100 to elevate it. Now let's update and go to the front end. Now let's go down, and if someone gets to the bottom of the page, surprise! The parrot who knows how to change color. Just like that. So we get this nice color change effect. This color change is also interactive, as you can see. As the images stay in one place, but they change the color over time in an interesting way. It really is some amazing look. Even this beam of light, if you see, it's a bit faint, but you see that it also changes color.
Right through life, every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting.
Now I know it was a really trendy trick, and I love to make Scully interactions, any interaction. I've been after it. So I got another interaction on Score of a slice, which is really interesting. Check out the video, link in the description below. And also see you in the next video where I'll show you how to make a creative form.